Davy VTV, Davy V with you. How many of you remember a short film that I did, which I have playing on the screen right now, actually, about Rochester, New York Mayor Lovely Warren, just a few days before Christmas, a few years back, ordering a homeless encampment, which was located in downtown Rochester, New York, to be destroyed, to be bulldozed and destroyed. And you'll see the footage here playing in a second. And if you haven't seen the film, please, by all means, look it up. It's here on Davy VTV, and make sure you watch it. Especially, the fans, the viewers who are not from Rochester, New York, and perhaps may wonder, why I go so hard at exposing everything from police corruption and misconduct to crooked, dirty politicians like Rochester, New York Mayor Lovely Warren, and just injustices overall, right? Um, Here's the film playing and the city workers, Rochester, New York City workers, and here you can see them, just people's belongings, homeless folks, few belongings, right? Homeless folks don't have much to begin with, and here it is just being thrown in the garbage, literally thrown in a roll-off dumpster. Here are their leftovers there on the ground of after they basically just bulldozed all their belongings. That's what's left on the ground. There's the roll-off dumpster container. Here's an interesting shot here. This is Karen St. Aubin, the City of Rochester, New York Bureau of Operations Director. Clearly, she didn't want to be in camera, sitting in her nice city-issued Chevy Impala vehicle there with the heat blowing on a cold winter day, right? Just overseeing the bulldozing and destroying of homeless folks' few belongings. And clearly, she didn't want to be on film here. She didn't want to be recorded. You can tell she's going to put her hand up here in a second. And you can watch it for yourself, but she says she doesn't appreciate being recorded. But anyway, this is the level of corruption, of abuse of power, right? And this is how they treat homeless folks in my hometown of Rochester, New York, right? And this is why I'm so passionate about it. Obviously, this is my platform, this is my channel, and I really enjoy just exposing, what Rochester, New York mainstream news media ignores. But it's interesting because this video took place a few days before Christmas several years ago, right? This was 2014, actually. But today, a few days before Christmas of this year, Senator Cooney traveled all the way from Albany, New York to Rochester, New York to announce $50,000 that the state of New York is giving Rochester, New York free money. Not to help poor folks, not to help, families get some food on the table, right? And by the way, here on the screen is, Rochester every year ranks one of the poorest cities in the country, in the nation. Here are the stats, top 10 poorest cities in the United States, and Rochester here comes in at number 5. So, again, Senator Cooney from New York State, or traveled from New York State, from Albany, all the way up to Rochester, New York, to announce $50,000 of free money. And again, not to be used to feed families, right? A couple days before the holidays, right? Put some food on the table, maybe for homeless folks, right? Maybe to buy coats and stuff for the homeless, many of whom, by the way, are American veterans who fought for this country and are sleeping under bridges under Rochester, New York interstates, right? But no, the money, get this, ready? The money is to be used for banners. That's right. New banners are going to hang in downtown Rochester, New York, courtesy of New York State. $50,000 of money, free, to the city of Rochester, New York, one of the poorest cities in the nation, one of the poorest cities in the country, where the child poverty rate is several times higher than that of the national average. And again, a city where homeless folks are sleeping under bridges, including many veterans who fought for this country, which I'm always pointing out the hypocrisy of families, right? In the 4th of July, celebrations, where they simply forget that there's American veterans sleeping under bridges in Rochester, New York, right? So it's absolutely disgusting. And again, being that this is my platform, even though I want to bring a lot of different and varying content to the channel, and I will, so stay tuned. This will always be part of it because I'm very passionate about exposing the injustices, the abuse of power by those from police officers who take an oath to, swear to an oath to protect and serve, right, and uphold the Constitution and then violate it. And I also enjoy exposing the corruption and the abuse of power from elected officials and politicians. It's absolutely disgusting. And it's really, really sad that this happens in my hometown of Rochester, New York. I'm going to play a video here in a second. But again, Rochester, New York has received $50,000 from New York State, $50,000 free money to be used to hang banners in downtown Rochester, New York, while young children go to bed every night hungry in my hometown. Absolutely disgusting. Let's roll the video.
New York State is directing $50,000 toward the revitalization of downtown Rochester. That money is being used for new banners that will hang on light poles throughout the city. They'll be used to identify the different neighborhoods in the Flower City. The goal, to build community pride and help those neighborhoods stand apart from each other.
So we are here this morning to share some good news with the citizens of Rochester, and specifically the downtown residents here in the city of Rochester. Is that I'm so pleased with working with my colleagues that we have secured $50,000 of state resources to be given to the city of Rochester to create new downtown flag banners. So a couple right behind me here, some behind us over there.